to set the facts straight. Get Korea right.
안녕하세요. 저는 방크에서 활동하는 홍단비 청년연구원입니다. 대한민국이라는 국가가 존재한다는 사실을 전 세계에 알리는 공식적인 징표이자 국민을 하나로 통합하게 하는 힘을 가진 이것. 바로 태극기인데요. 일제강점기 당시 태극기는 우리 민족을 하나로 통합시키는 구심점 같은 역할을 하기도 했죠. 대한민국 국기인 태극기에 대해 잘못 알고 있거나 오해하는 부분들이 가끔 발견되더라고요. 제가 태극기에 담긴 의미와 역사에 대해 제대로 알려드릴게요. 최초의 태극기는 1882년에 처음 만들어졌다고 해요. 이후 다양한 형태의 태극기가 제작됐다가 지금은 국가에서 국기를 체계적으로 관리하는 법을 만들어 시행하고 있어요. 태극기에 담긴 의미를 알아볼까요? 먼저 흰색 바탕은 밝음과 순수, 그리고 평화를 사랑하는 우리의 민족성을 나타내요. 태극기 가운데에는 태극 문양이 들어가는데요. 이 태극 문양은 우주 만물이 음양의 조화로 인해 생물을 얻고 발전한다는 대자연의 진리를 표현한 것이라고 해요. 다음으로 건공감리를 그려볼게요. 4개 모서리에 그린 사괴에는 각기 다른 의미가 있어요. 건괴는 하늘, 곤괴는 땅, 감괴는 물, 이괴는 불을 상징해요. 우리 선조들이 생활 속에서 즐겨 쓰던 태극 문양을 중심으로 만들어진 태극기는 우주와 더불어 끝없이 창조와 번영을 바라는 우리 민족의 이상을 담고 있답니다. 대한민국의 정체성과 자긍심을 드러내고 우리 민족을 하나로 뭉치게 하는 태극기, 우리의 자랑스러운 국가 상징입니다. 한국 바로 알리기. 여러분도 함께 해주세요.
How to survive in Korea. Weddings. Step 0. Attire. As a guest, dress formal to business casual. Avoid wearing all white, shorts or going topless. Step 1. Arrival time. Arrive 30 minutes prior to the wedding ceremony. Too many cars, too many halls, too many people. There are many twists and turns. Take pictures and shake hands. And write your name vertically, not horizontally, in the guest book. Step 2. Or, shib, shibor. 50,000 won, 100,000 won, 150,000 won. Cash gifts are given in these units. Decide on the amount based on your relationship. Write your name vertically on the envelope. Step 3. Wedding etiquette. Fill up the front row. Guests have 3 duties to fulfill: clapping, cheering, and taking pictures. Step 4. Dining. Take off your jacket. This will be your seat from now on. Start with the not your everyday delicacies. Galbijjim. Yes. Bossa. Yes. Chili shrimps. Definitely yes. Kimbap. Yeah. Only if you can't live without it. No need to pile up food. You have more than one opportunity. Did you survive the wedding? Wait. Did someone catch your eye? What are you waiting for? You're looking fine today.
지금도 너무 생생한데 요즘도 너무 힘들어서 지치거나 피곤할 때 항상 이걸 찾게 되는 것 같아요. 저는 전 태권도 국가대표, 현재는 태권도 해설위원을 하고 있는 이대훈이라고 합니다. 삼계탕이라는 요리 자체가 몸보신할 때 먹는다라는 느낌을 어릴 때는 못 받았었어요. 왜냐하면 운동을 그렇게 막 힘들게 안 했기 때문에. 근데 중학교 형들이랑 같이 운동을 시작할 때 첫 회식이 삼계탕이었었어요. 제가 가장 강력한 인상을 받았던 거는 그 숟가락이랑 젓가락도 임금님이 사용할 법한 그 노쇠 삼계탕은 뭔가 궁중 요리 같은 느낌을 받았어요. 그래서 그때 이후로 되게 특별한 날, 힘들거나 힘을 내야 되는 상황이 오면 삼계탕을 좀 찾아 먹게 되는 것 같아요. 찹쌀을 많이 넣는 게 좋은 것 같아요. 그 국물하고 같이 먹을 때 그게 저는 가장 좋았었거든요. 가장 중요한 게 삼계탕에서는 그 한약재, 큰 막 오갑기 같은 이만한 나무 같은 것도 막 들어가고 하잖아요. 그게 딱 있으면은 아 뭔가 좋은 약재가 하나 더 들어갔구나, 몸보신이 더 되겠구나라는 생각이 더 들게 된 것 같아요. 그리고 이제 찹쌀이랑 같이 들어갈 밤이라던가 대추, 통마늘 이거를 잘 닭 배에다가 넣어서 이렇게 뭐 이쑤시개 같은 걸로 이렇게 살짝 이렇게 잘 꿰매주고 다리를 이제 이렇게 앞바다리를 잘 만들어줘야지 이렇게 좀 이쁘게 닭이 반신욕 하듯이 싹 들어가야지 이제 닭도 편안하게 익을 수 있으니까는. 고기가 부드러워야지 맛있으니까 좀 오랫동안 끓여서 전체적인 살을 좀 부드럽게. 저 일단 매운 고추는 별로 안 좋아해서 저는 오이고추 좋아하거든요. 오이고추 쌈장 많이 찍어서 딱 먹으면은 이제 고기랑 이제 입안에서 딱 어우러지는 맛이 그게 최고 맛있죠. 네. 삼계탕이 익을 때 그 보글보글 하면서 이 공기방울이 생기잖아요. 계속 뚝배기 안 나오면 이 보글보글함이 없거든요. 음식도 간 만든 게 맛있는데 이거는 지금도 만들고 있는 느낌이 들기 때문에 어릴 때도 그랬는데 그 빗소리 들으면 마음이 편안해지는 것처럼 힘들고 지친 게 싹 사라지는 느낌이 들거든요. 항상 그 보글보글 소리가 마음을 편안하게 해주고 전쟁터에서 뭔가 쉬는 곳으로 왔구나라는 느낌을 딱 주는 것 같아요. 특히 삼계탕은 어떻게 하면은 이 먹는 사람이 더 힘을 낼까 하는 마음에 만드는 요리이기 때문에 정성이 더 많이 들어가게 되는 것 같아요. 그렇기 때문에 더 맛난 거겠죠. 제가 좋아하는 재료가 밤이어가지고 그 밤 한 알, 두 알 정도는 마지막에 최대한 아껴두다가 딱 먹는 스타일입니다. 촬영 시작 전부터 삼계탕만 그려지고 있어요. 예. 오늘 삼계탕 먹어야 될 것 같아요.
Curious about Korea?
And especially K-food? How familiar are you with Korean food? The sea on three sides, a mountainous terrain, and 4 distinct seasons. Thanks to these conditions, Korean cuisine bursts with diverse and unique flavors.
Do you prefer sweet or spicy?
A meat lover or a seafood connoisseur?
Can't decide?
There's got to be something here that you like.
For Koreans, rice is foundational. It's a staple and the centerpiece to all meals in Korea. There's bibimbap, rice mixed with vegetables, gukbap, rice in hot soup, and kimbap is the demand around the world.
For me, it's noodles over rice. Korea has amazing noodle dishes. Chuy ramen and cold naengmyeon to blow away the heat. A meat lover here, pork, beef, chicken, I like them all. Did you know that bulgogi is listed in the English dictionary? There's also the famous chimek, chicken and beer, which is the best combo for a night out with friends.
Surrounded by the sea on three sides, Korea has a great selection of seafood, from raw fish to piping hot seafood soups. It's mouth-watering just talking about it. The two pillars of Korean condiments, gochujang and soy sauce.
Ooh, what do you prefer?
Gochujang. I like anything made with gochujang. In general, Koreans love spicy food.
I prefer the soy sauce base. There's something about the salty and sweet that hits the right spot. I think even those who are trying Korean food for the first time will really like it.
But that's not all.
We can't leave out the street food. If you're in Korea, it's a must try. They are both treats for your eyes and mouth.
How about it? Mouth-watering, right?
Korean food, you've got to try it. Discover a whole new world of flavors.
여러분 반갑습니다. I'm Kwon So-ah, and this is K-Culture Dive. Join us in taking a deep dive into the heart of Korean culture, from K-entertainment to AI news, and today a look at K-musicals in our K-Culture Issues segment. So with that, let's dive in. Joining us on today's show is Walter Lee. Walter, happy Friday.
Happy Friday, Soa, and happy Friday to everyone watching here on the K-Culture Dive. I'm Walter Lee, here to co-host alongside Soa and bring you the latest in K-entertainment stories.
All right, we're going to start off with K-Enter News, Walter.
Yep.
Now, Walter, if you ask people randomly about which K-pop stars have really contributed massively into spreading K-pop to the world, probably many would say BTS, right?
Yeah, I'd say
But
so.
before that, there was an oppa who also had a big role in, making K-pop, this one particular K-pop music video go viral, and that really opened up the eyes to K-pop as well. So we're talking about Psy.
Yes, we are indeed. I mean, I think he was the one that really, really skyrocketed like Hallyu to its most extreme at the start. So yes, as you said, we're talking about Oppa Gangnam Style, Psy. So Yes, it's been a while.
It's been a while that we talked about him, but today we have to talk about him because he's appearing on CNN. Why is that?
Yes, it kind of doesn't really make sense. CNN is known as a news network, but global news network CNN International is set to release a new documentary series called K Everything, set to air on May 9th, 8 p.m. ET, Eastern Time. The series takes an in-depth look at Korean culture, covering everything from K-pop to K-food to K-beauty and entertainment, of course, and is actually hosted by Korean-American actor Daniel Dae-Kim. Now, according to P Nation, Psy will guest appear on the series where himself and Daniel Dae-Kim are expected to speak candidly about the global popularity of K-pop, fandom culture, and the music industry itself. Again, the series starts on May 9th, 8 p.m. Eastern Time.
A look at K Everything. It sounds familiar. I think I know another show that does something similar. But for those maybe who want to know the Korean time, it's also going to be at 9 p.m. on the 9th. So I'm going to look forward to that.
Yep.
But Walter, Blackpink news next. So what do you have?
Yes, so this has been a year. A big year for Blackpink. They made their comeback finally, released a new album, have launched their world tour. But that's not all. This year is also the 10-year anniversary of their debut. Now, the group made their debut back in August 2016. And to celebrate the past decade, Blackpink will release commemorative postage stamps. Now, that's also in collaboration with Korea's Ministry of Science and ICT and the Korea Post.
So when will these stamps will be released?
That's the question now. Korea Post announced that the Blackpink 10th anniversary commemorative stamps will officially be released on June 16th and consist of 10 designs in total. Now, commemorative stamps are usually produced to honor nationally significant events or historical figures, but interestingly, since the first publication of commemorative stamps, honoring living individuals is quite rare, except for obviously presidents. Now, this is making it the occasion even more special for the group. Now, sales will take place both online and offline. Prior to the official release, online pre-orders will be available from 7 p.m. on June 12th until midnight on June 15th, Korea time. International fans, you will be able to purchase the stamps through YG Select and the English language Korea Post website.
Living legends indeed. But just quickly, they are also still continuing to break records.
They are indeed so. So their recently released third mini album, as I mentioned before, Deadline, surpassed 1.77 million first week sales on the Hantos chart, setting a new all-time record for the girl group. Meanwhile, the title track Go entered both the US Billboard Hot 100 and the UK official singles Top 100, further extending Blackpink's record for the most chart appearances by a female K-pop artist.
And finally, let's talk about South Korea's leading comprehensive arts awards ceremony, the Baeksang Arts Awards.
Yes, a very big award ceremony indeed. Now, the 62nd Baeksang Arts Awards is set to air on Friday, basically later this evening in Seoul, with entertainer Shin Dong-yeop and actors Bae Soo-ji, best known as Suzy, and Park Bo-gum reuniting as MCs for the 8th consecutive year. Now, some standout nominations include K-dramas like Our Unwritten Soul, starring actor and GOT7 member Jin-young or Park Jin-young, and Park Bo-young, and You and Everything Else stars Kim Go-eun and Park Ji-hyun, each owning nominations in 6 categories. Now, in the film category, you guessed it, director Park Chan-wook's No Other Choice, or 어쩔 수가 없다, and Jang Hang-jun's The King's Warden, or 왕과 사는 남자, led the nominations with 7 each, including Best Film. Now, this year's ceremony has also expanded its scope by introducing a new musical category in celebration of the 60th anniversary of Korean musicals. Now, in the newly established musical category, The Long Night, or King Kin Pam, also Laika, and we're going to talk about this a little bit later, Mong Yu Do-won, Dream Journey to the Peach Blossom Land, will compete for the honor of becoming the first ever winners of this award.
Wow, some remarkable productions that you mentioned here, Walter. Well, thank you for those updates and stick around.
Will do.
And now we turn to our AI anchor Arirang for more on the culture front. Arirang.
Thanks, Sua. Here's your AI guide to the latest cultural headlines from Korea. Let's begin with our top story. Attendance at this spring's K-Royal Culture Festival at Seoul's major palaces and Jongmyo Shrine topped 725,000, setting a new record high. From April 25th to May 3rd, visitor numbers at the 5 royal palaces, namely Gyeongbokgung, Changdeokgung, Deoksugung, Changgyeonggung and Gyeonggigung, along with Jongmyo Shrine, reach over 725,280, up 26,000 from last year. Foreign attendance also rose sharply this year with nearly 183,430 overseas visitors touring major palaces and Jongmyo Shrine. That's a 30% increase from last year's spring event. The Royal Culture Festival will return for its autumn edition in October. The Korea Heritage Service has ordered the Seoul city government and related authorities to conduct a World Heritage Impact Assessment for a controversial high-rise project near Jongmyo Shrine. The Heritage Agency said the planned high-rise redevelopment must first undergo an evaluation of its potential impact on the UNESCO-listed shrine before the project plan can be revised and supplemented. Under the current law, the Korea Heritage Service is empowered to take protective measures against projects deemed likely to affect World Heritage sites and their surrounding historic and cultural environments. Much attention is now on Seoul City's response as the city government pushes to finalize the project. The Culture Ministry will begin distributing more than 2.2 million movie discount coupons worth 6,000 won each starting next Wednesday. The ministry secured over 27 billion won, or more than $18.5 million in supplementary budget funding last month, for a total of 4.5 million discount coupons, with the remaining ones scheduled for release in July. The discounts can be used on the websites and mobile apps of major multiplex chains, including CGV, Lotte Cinema, and Megabox. 2 coupons will be automatically issued to online membership accounts and can be applied when purchasing movie tickets. The discounts will be offered on a first-come, first-served basis and will end once supplies run out. The ministry says it will continue supporting the Korean film industry to help spur another rebound for local cinema. That's all from me. Turning now to a quick look at more K-culture stories making headlines today.
Content creators from around the world are taking on a new role as digital ambassadors for Korea. The Culture Ministry has put together the 7th K-influencer cohort, bringing together more than 1,000 creators from nearly 100 countries to share Korean culture with global audiences. Our correspondent Jo Young-in was at the induction ceremony, and so was I. Take a look.
Global content creators selected by the Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism as K-influencers have officially begun their activities to serve as ambassadors introducing Korea through social media. The launch ceremony for the 7th K-Influencer Academy was held Thursday in Seoul, with around 100 foreign creators residing in Korea attending in person, alongside Deputy Minister Kong Hyung-sik. The 7th K-Influencer cohort includes creators with already established global audiences, producing multilingual content featuring everyday life in Korea.
When people visit Korea, I want to show them not only Seoul, but also other cities where they can have fun. Many foreign visitors only know the famous tourist spots, but I hope to introduce more diverse regions of Korea.
One of the ceremony's highlight was a talk show introducing the K-Influencer Academy program, where creators with large subscriber bases shared insights and experiences from building global audiences. Participants also emphasized that creating meaningful content goes beyond simply entertaining viewers online, as they hope to introduce broader and more diverse sides of Korea.
It is an honor to represent global influencers and participate in this K-Influencer program. I hope this opportunity helps more foreigners create meaningful content, introducing Korea to the world.
Creators added that they hope the program will encourage more foreigners to communicate Korea's culture and values with audiences around the world.
From the beginning, I believed the most important thing was not simply making entertaining content, but creating content that conveys value and offers something people can learn from.
The Cultural Ministry said it evaluated applicants based on their content planning abilities and commitment to promoting Korean culture, ultimately selecting 1,152 from more than 4,000 applications. This year's recruitment drive attracted the highest number of applicants since the program began in 2020, representing the growing interest in Korean culture. A ministry official said K-influencers are more than just content creators, describing them as ambassadors promoting Korean culture to the world, adding that the government plans to continue expanding educational programs and support for participants. 조영은, Arirang News.
Many countries celebrate Mother's Day and Father's Day separately, but in Korea, it's a little different. Both are honored together on May 8th, Parents' Day. So why did Korea choose to combine the two? The story begins in the United States. In 1907, activist Anna Jarvis honored her late mother by handing out white carnations, her mother's favorite flower. The gesture caught on. By 1914, Mother's Day had become a nationally celebrated holiday in the U.S. The tradition soon reached Korea. In the 1930s, Christian groups introduced the idea of honoring mothers. And in 1956, May 8th was designated as Mother's Day. Koreans showed their love for their mothers with red carnations pinned close to the heart. But over time, people began to ask, what about fathers? For generations, Korean society has been shaped by a deep sense of filial piety, respecting and honoring one's parents, alongside a strong, shared commitment to family. So, instead of celebrating mothers and fathers separately, it simply felt more natural to honor them together. So, in 1973, Mother's Day evolved into Parents' Day, celebrating mothers and fathers side by side. A tradition that began in the U.S. found new meaning in Korea, blending with its deep-rooted values of filial piety, family, and respect. The ones who have always been there for us are often the ones we forget to thank. Perhaps today, May 8th, is the day to bridge that silence and let our gratitude finally speak.
The performance scene in the month of May is especially vibrant this year, with a wave of original Korean musicals bringing traditional Korean culture and sentiment to the audience. From taekwondo and traditional folklore to pansori, these productions are creatively reinterpreting uniquely Korean heritage through contemporary musical theater. For a closer look, we are joined by culture critic Professor Ji Hae-won from Kyunghee University. Welcome back, Professor Ji.
Hello, Professor.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Now, Professor Ji, let's begin with the musical Fly High Taekwon. From the title alone, it clearly stands out as a production that is combining the martial arts Taekwondo with musical theater. So tell us more about it.
Right. The musical Fly High Taekwon, Taekwon 날아올라, is a family-friendly musical based on Taekwondo, as you just mentioned, a word that expands the traditional Korean martial arts into the performing arts content. In particular, it is characterized as a performance-oriented production that combines Taekwondo demonstrations with the musical narratives. So the musical premiered in 2022, followed by the revival the following year, and it returned to the stage in April at Theater Yong in National Museum of Korea. So centered on the journey of the Korea Sports High School Taekwondo team as they challenge for their championship after a long period of slump. It explores the friendship and the competition and the growth of the young people.
Right, and continuing on Taekwondo, it was actually recently nominated for the inclusion on the UNESCO's Intangible Cultural Heritage list, right? And it's been increasingly recognized not just as a sport, but as sort of a form of culture, which I believe it is as well. It's so in depth in our culture. In this context, do you view attempts to combine Taekwondo with the performing arts?
Right. I believe the attempts to integrate Taekwondo into the performing arts have significant the growth potential. So, however, the crucial point is how Taekwondo is utilized within the theater productions. And this is what distinguishes the Fly High Taekwondo. So it is not merely a musical using Taekwondo as its subject matter, but rather the attempt to use Taekwondo as the physical language of the performance itself. So in this performance, in this musical, Taekwondo functions not merely as a sporting technique, but as a representation of the Korean value and the choreography within the musical. So furthermore, I believe that integrating Taekwondo into the performing arts allows us to promote it more widely to the global market as a national brand.
I think it is a wonderful blend.
Right.
But Professor Ji, let's move on to Mongyu-doan. Earlier, Walter did mention that it's actually nominated at the Baeksang Arts Awards.
For tonight.
Yes, and you earlier mentioned there is probably a high chance that Mongyu-doan will receive...
I think so, yeah.
An award. Okay, let's look forward to that. But please explain to our foreign viewers what Mongyu-doan is about, the story, and what does it actually mean?
The musical Mongyu-doan, Dream Journey to the Peach Blossom Land, is as a Korean original musical that premiered in 2002 under the title Mongyu-doan-do, and the title has been changed to Mongyu-doan upon its revival in 2026. So interpreted from the Chinese letter Mongyu-doan, the title means to float in the ideal land within a dream or a utopian paradise unfolding like a dream. The title is taken from the early Joseon Dynasty painting of the same name, Mongyu-doan-do, a work based on the story of a Grand Prince Daegeukgi wandered through an ideal paradise in his dreams. Therefore, the painting embodies the value such as reality and dreams, desire and utopia, and the unreachable world. So, and these concepts are also reflected in the musical Mongyu-doan as well. However, this musical is not based on the painting, but on the novel of the same name by Choi In-ho, which was inspired by the tale of Domi in Samgyetang, depicting the desire of the powerful king and the unbreakable love of the ordinary couples. So therefore, the title implies the act of walking through a dream toward an idea, so signifying an unattainable desire, fantasies, and the unstable psychological state of the human beings, the characters.
Right, Professor, recently there seems to be this growing trend of original productions based on Korean folklore or folk tales and traditional narratives. Now, why do you think this trend is sort of emerging? And among them, what makes, as we were just talking about before, Mongyu-doan particularly distinctive?
Right. I believe that the recent increases the Korean performing arts scene using folk tales, myth, and the traditional sentiment as a motif is a very natural phenomenon. At the same time, I consider it a progress in which the Korean performing arts industry is seeking our own unique stories and our stage languages as well. So from the perspective, Mongyu-doan, Dream Journey to the Peach Blossom Land, is a unique symbolic work. So this is because the piece is not merely a stage adaptation of a Korean folktale, but attempt to translate Korean aesthetics and the Eastern fantasy into the language of a musical theater.
Right, and Professor Ji, we cannot leave out 서편제.
Oh, right.
Now, the original film actually received a lot of attention at international film festivals, but let's talk about also the musical, of course. So it remains a work that deeply resonates with the Korean sentiment. So
Right.
please tell us a bit more about it and also what's behind the title of 서편제.
Right, the famous film director In Kwon-taek's well-known film 서편제 was created based on the Lee Chung-jun's novel 남도 사람. So, and while the musical is a reinterpretation of the novel, it captures the sentiment of the film as well. So 서편제 is actually a term used in pansori to refer to the school of the pansori that developed primarily in the southwestern region of Jeolla province. So therefore, just as in the film, the sensibility of pansori is conveyed intact in the musical as well. And I believe the reason this musical has been continuously loved since its premiere in 2010 is due to the music and pansoris that are imbued with the uniquely Korean sentiment of the production.
I was just getting goosebumps by just looking at the footage right now and hearing 살다 보면.
살다 보면.
Yes, so yeah, I mean, I haven't gone to the musical yet, but this is one that I really want to watch in the near future.
And actually, the famous pansori singer Ijaram is in the show, and it has been the show for 15 years.
Right.
Right. So when discussing 서편제, it is impossible to overlook the uniquely Korean emotion of Han. Now, we've actually kind of talked a bit about that on our show before, and it's really quite hard to interpret for some people.
Right.
Like, how would you explain this concept to the international audience?
Right. The core emotion of 서편제 and pansori is what we commonly refer to Han. The Han is not merely sadness or depression, rather, more accurately, it is an emotion stemming from the deep-seated wounds or resignation, which we feel as we continue to endure our lives despite everything. So therefore, the Han in 서편제's pansori is complex emotion stemming from the sense of loss, disappearing traditions, or poverty, or the broken relationship with the family, rather than just a personal feeling.
I hope with that explanation, and then after maybe watching 서편제, even foreigners can get the feel of what Han really means.
Right.
But speaking of foreign audiences, Professor Z, is there any way that foreign audiences can approach these very Korean traditional musicals in a maybe easier way?
I don't believe it is easy for the foreign audiences to fully understand the Korean historical or social or emotional context while appreciating this work. However, these pieces clearly contain universal values and emotions. So therefore, I recommend focusing on the overall meaning of the work rather than the minor context of the production. So, and experiencing the diversity and the discovery the diversity of the cultural characteristics and the unique way of it. And in addition, for the case of the shows, something based on the original work like 서편제 or 목유도원, I think it is a good idea to read the novel or watch the movie first before seeing the performance.
Right, those are some great tips, and thank you as always for your insights. And I also feel because today is Parents' Day, and also we have the month of May is actually referred to as the family month in Korea.
Right.
So I think it's perfect to go and watch these performances with your families as well.
Indeed.
I think so.
And thank you very much, Professor Z. We're going to see you back next time.
Thank you, Professor.
Thank you very much.
And thank you, Walter, as always. We're going to have you back here soon.
See you very soon.
Thanks for watching and for your interest in everything K-Culture. K-Culture Dive will be back on Monday, 2 p.m. Korea time. Have a culture-filled weekend and keep diving.